They did about a half day of installation yesterday. I didn't get some good video, so this is what we have about midday on day 2. The 2 installers, 2 of them came today, have gone out for lunch, and so I'm sneaking in to grab some views. This is the space for the fridge. I want to show you a couple of little details. So this is just a space holder so that there's room to open the door for the fridge. Let's take a peek back here. And I want to show you what it looks like. There. So it's being held in place. It doesn't open. It's dead space. We'll have to find a way to store valuables and stolen goods back here. Also back here, this cabinet or the cupboard doesn't go all the way to the back so that there's room for the heat behind the fridge to ventilate. This is a set of drawers here. Here is another carcass, and this will have a pull-out. This is the upper carcass. Another upper carcass. They've got some cool tools like this to hold things up while they're doing the install. He's also got a really cool tool in here, like this he uses for holding things up. He's got another vertical, that goes from floor to ceiling that holds the laser level when he wants to, for example, line up the bottom of the cabinets on different sides of the kitchen. This is a cool tool. It's a saw that's attached to a vacuum cleaner, so it just keeps the dust down. And here is a table saw that they're using to cut pieces with. I think they're cutting shelves with it. They've blown the fuse in here a couple of times. No hardware yet, but we've got sawdust and we've got a nice texture on here so that things don't slide around. This is lining up nicely. This is going to be an apron front sink. They shipped it with this piece so that it can be cut to the shape of the sink. So I'll show you in here. There's going to be lighting down here, but it needs to be still installed, and Danny's going to do that. So what Sal has done is pulled the wire into the cabinet here, and then this shelf will go here once that's all done. We're at the end of day 2 of cabinet installation. I think since I last showed you the progress, they've started putting on these handles. These handles have gone on. More handles here. This door is still a little bit off, but he used a laser level with everything else. I think he'll just get to that. The crown or the top molding has come on. There's still quite a lot of wood or panels to still use. So I think there's going to be another step along the top there, but there's a lot. But maybe they just sent a lot of extra. This toe kick down here needs to still go on. These are the toe kick drawers. Nothing for where the stove is. This piece over here is still being put together. The door is over there. The slide out is in. And the baskets are still here. I think there's just generally more assembly than I expected. There's just a lot of stuff to put together. The doors don't come on the drawers or the cabinets. The handles need to be put on. All the interior hardware also needs to go on. I want to talk about the sink and the faucet. Both of them are missing right now. They were meant to be delivered here, but I wasn't expecting them, so I didn't flag that they hadn't arrived. So Amanda had to find a sink. She went hunting high and low, and she managed to find the sink that we wanted in a warehouse in Milton. So the plan is to have that sink delivered as soon as possible, and that will be Friday. Sal is going to finish his installation tomorrow on Thursday. Danny will come on Monday to install the sink, and templating will happen on Monday or Tuesday. The reason it's important to have the sink is so that you can get an accurate template. It's possible to do the templating based on specifications, but you get a better, more accurate template with the installed sink. After that, it's 5 to 10 days to manufacture the countertop, and then they will install that, and then every dependency after that can happen. So one more day of install by Sal, and we'll see a fairly complete kitchen minus some pieces. And then there's a little bit of waiting, a fair bit of waiting, and then a bunch of things will happen fairly quickly.